Hey everyone, welcome back for some cleaning motivation. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't posted a video in a while. I just needed a break from all social media. I've still been working around the mobile home. That never stops. There's been all kinds of projects that have needed to get completed and that I plan on doing, and I will kind of show you throughout this video. But I just wanted to jump on the camera and say hello and thank everybody who has messaged me and left me nice comments, checking in on me. I'm fine. I just needed a mental break to not be on my phone. I still have a ton of stuff that I need to do and that I have been doing. The weather has been really strange. I have started my seeds indoors, and I have started some projects doing raised garden beds on the side of my mobile home, and I will show you guys that. The raised garden beds are made out of recycled pallets. It's really cute, and I'll show you guys that when the weather is a little bit better. It's finally sunny today, and I'm feeling a little bit better. We've been passing around a sickness in this house, and I'm finally feeling a little bit energized today to get up and clean and get some of the things done before the house becomes trashed. Living in a mobile home, it's really small. It feels like I live in a single wide. For those of you who are new here, I live in a 1976 single wide mobile home that I purchased on Facebook Marketplace, and I've been flipping it for the last 2 years. So I need coffee because I'm kind of foggy right now. Of course, I'm going to get my coffee, turn on my tunes, and get started. I have a lot of things I want to do around here, but I just wanted to jump on and say hello, and I hope this video provides you with some motivation. I'm just kind of lounging in my comfy clothes. I got this set, this short set. It's like a comfy pajama. So I do plan on cleaning out my oven and getting as much done as I can. I really don't have a plan for today. I'm kind of just playing catch up because I haven't been able to keep up on anything because we've been sick. So yeah, that's what I plan on doing. Okay, so like I said earlier, I was foggy in the video. That's probably why I don't get on camera very much, because I lose my train of thought. But I do know on this day I hadn't had very much coffee, so I made myself a pot, and I wasn't too hungry on this day, so I just went ahead and opened up a Premier Protein, and I am drinking it in cafe latte. Pretty much the only flavor I will drink it in. Unless I'm desperate, then I'll try to get the caramel. After the caramel, I really can't stomach any other flavor. Let me know down in the comments if you drink this and what your favorite flavor is. On this day, I needed to get after my oven, so I always like to spray that first whenever I'm deep cleaning something and it's pretty messy. I like to let the product sit, so that's what I'm doing here. I normally use a lighter product. I really cannot stand the smell of this cleaner, but it does work good. I got this from Walmart. It's just their knockoff oven cleaner. I never like the smell, so I always wear a mask or cover my face with my shirt. I usually use a lighter brand, but I couldn't find any, so I just went ahead and grabbed it. Let me know down in the comments what you all use to clean your oven. Lately, I have been purchasing these sponges. I love these sponges. They are hard on one side and they soften when you get it wet. They work great for scrubbing your windows. I love to use them to clean my windows. also needed to deep clean my dishwasher. I've been trying to do that monthly. It's been helping to keep the dishes clean. I had mentioned in a previous video that I was over my dishwasher because it was just cloudy, and I realized that there was a lot of maintenance that I had to do to it. I've also been adding apple cider vinegar to each wash, and it's been helping keep the dishwasher cleaner and keep my dishes free of hard water. These dishes had been sitting in the sink and had some crusties on them. That's why I was washing them a little bit before putting them into the dishwasher. I like to give my old dishwasher a little bit of help. I finally found some pine Allen at the Dollar Tree. So I bought 4 bottles. I wanted to clear the whole shelf, but I had to control myself because I did not have the space for it. And I was afraid that I'd never see it again, but I just went ahead and limited myself to 4. I can never find this scent in pine Allen anywhere else other than a local Mexican food store or the Dollar Tree, and the Dollar Tree is always out. And I haven't been able to get to the local store that I go to, and every time I go there, I always spend like $100 on street tacos because this guy makes the best tacos ever. The other night, I was ready to go there, ready to even buy my tacos, but they were closed, so I went ahead and went next door to the Dollar Tree, and lo and behold, they had it. I was so excited. I can find other scents at Walmart, but this particular scent I love because it smells like you just scent boosted your whole house. Even though it says floral, it doesn't really smell too flowery to me, in my opinion. I feel like it smells like scent boosters. Some of you said you were able to go out and find this scent and start using it and that you love it also, and I just love that. It's not like Fabuloso, it's not like Pine Sol, it's just its own unique smell, and it lingers in your house for a couple of days. I still follow up with my vinegar mix. Nothing beats the vinegar mix as far as shine goes, so I always like to finish everything with the vinegar mix if I'm trying to shine it. If I'm in a rut with cleaning, I always love to just switch up my cleaning supplies or my scents. I don't know why, but it kind of just gets me motivated to clean more. Let me know down in the comments if you're the same way. If you get stuck in a rut with cleaning, what do you do to kind of change it up? Do you buy new cleaning supplies? Do you buy new cleaning tools? What do you do? Let me know.
Never up, never down, never like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I would get up again.
I started to clean my sink and realized I first needed to clean my coffee pot. I am on another coffee pot since my last video. You all know I blow through certain appliances for some reason, but this one I got at Walmart and I love it. I clean my coffee pots weekly with white vinegar, and I will boil hot water in my tea kettle and run it through a few times to make sure all the gunk and vinegar is out.
I can see everything clearer. Trying to fly cause I'm light as a feather. But I get high, I get low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I would get up again.
I have painted these cabinets a couple of times. I first went white and made a video on it, and then off camera I painted them this blue color, and I honestly didn't think that they would turn out as good as they did, and I never finished the bottom of the island on the other side because I figured I would be gutting this whole entire old kitchen. I think we have done a decent job of transforming it with paint and just replacing the floor, but it seems like every time we fix something it breaks again. After I painted the cabinets, the pantry door split, and that is why you see unpainted wood, because we had to repair it. Then below the sink, it started to give out, and we had to repair that twice. So right now, I'm kind of undecided. I never put the finish on these cabinets, and it's only because I'm scarred from finish. I don't know, whatever I do, no matter what finish I use, it always seems to have a yellow tint, regardless of if I do a thin layer, a spray, different brands. So I don't know why why I cannot put finish on any of my items. In the video where I repurposed an old china cabinet into a functional island, I'll link that below if you haven't seen it, I had put a finish on it and it was doing good for months. Then after about 6 months, I started to notice some yellowing around the edges, and it kind of changed the overall color of the china hutch. I was really nervous when I did these cabinets because the same thing happened to my white cabinets. I put the finish on them and they started to yellow over time. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions or if you too have the same issues. Right now, I'm kind of just undecided on what I want to do with this kitchen. If I want to redo the cabinets in the same color and replace some of the broken cabinets. I do need to replace the old sink, and the countertop is starting to chip in different areas. I'm kind of over the inside of the house. I feel like we've been working on the inside of the house forever now. A lot of the projects I have not recorded just because we're always in the moment when it happens and we just replace it, like pipes bursting or replacing the water heater that was overflowing. I try to show little bits and clips on my Instagram when I can remember, but when you're in the moment, you don't really think to pick up the camera. This winter, Colt pretty much replaced all of the piping underneath the house. You all know in the laundry room video, we had to replace pipes and different connections to the sink and the washer and dryer, and it was just a whole mess. And we ended up replacing the flooring a second time because we didn't catch that. So we had replaced most of the pipes in the back part of the mobile home, and this winter we had a lot of issues with the front half, so we ended up replacing all of those, and we needed to properly wrap and put heat tape all throughout the pipes to keep them from freezing and bursting. This winter was so harsh that we even had our pipes freeze with -40 heat tape on them. So that tells me that I need to hurry up and get my underbelly sealed and get my skirt fixed. So the kitchen is kind of on the back burner. Even though I would love to redo the kitchen again, I need to focus on the skirt, the landscaping. I'm building raised garden beds right now. I have shared some of those on my Instagram, so make sure you are following over there so you can get some real-time updates. All right, let's get after this oven. It's been sitting for a couple of hours, and I'm going in with these steel wool soap pads from Walmart. I love them, and they lather up really well without putting too much liquid into your oven. I know some of you could use this cleaning motivation, so here's your reminder. Get after that oven. To clean my oven door first because I have short arms and I feel like I have to climb into the oven in order to reach the back. I always thought it would be cool to have some sort of tool that helps us shorties reach the back of the oven. I like to clean the oven with a steel wool soap pad. I then go over it with a wet rag, rinsing the product off. And to ensure all the product is off and that it doesn't make a weird smell the next time I cook, I like to spray it with my vinegar mix and buff it dry with a clean rag.
Call back. Do you ever pick up on that phone? Stop pretending I don't know you're home. I guess not. Do you ever respond? Explain it all again, again, again. Tell me why you don't wanna be friends. I guess not. Baby, no, I don't make it on my own. Tell me what I'm gonna do. Tell me how I'm gonna live my life without you. Yeah, tell me why we don't make sense. Tell me how I'm gonna get through. I don't wanna take another life without you. Yeah, tell me why we don't make sense.
If you've been around a while, then you know my favorite thing to do is fill up a bucket full of hot water and Pine Allen, throw a couple rags in there and wipe everything down. I had to let my camera charge, so off camera I went ahead and cleaned my walls.
Tell me what I'm gonna do. Tell me how I'm gonna live my life without you. Yeah, tell me why we don't make sense.
I found this trick on Pinterest a few months ago, and I cannot believe I never thought of this, but you take essential oils and put it on some cotton balls and put it at the bottom of your trash can and in your bathroom trash can, and it helps with the smell. Once the scent has disappeared, then you know it's time to give your can a deep clean and put fresh cotton balls in it. Let me know if you've tried this trick before or if you plan on doing it.
Together, you, oh, you. I keep wishing and wishing and wishing. Tell me what I'm gonna do. Tell me how I'm gonna live my life without you. Yeah, tell me why we don't make sense. Tell me what I'm gonna do. Tell me how I'm gonna live my life without you. Yeah, tell me why we don't make sense. Tell me how I'm gonna get through. I don't wanna take another life without you. Yeah, tell me why we don't make sense. Oh no.
So I mentioned before that I needed to clean my dishwasher, and this is what I've been using monthly to keep it clean. I put one of these in the dishwasher along with some apple cider vinegar and put it on the longest and hottest setting.
Maybe you're not different. Maybe you're not different.
Now that I am finally done using the sink, I can deep clean it. I like to spray the sink down with my spray mix and go in with my scrubby that's filled with Dawn. And I'll let that sit for a few minutes. I'll then rinse it and go in with a magic eraser to get up all the dried up tea and coffee. I spray the sink with my vinegar mix and then I buff it dry. It's still an ugly old sink at the end, but at least I know it's clean. Now that I am somewhat done with the kitchen, I could have kept going. I could spend a whole day deep cleaning my kitchen. I felt like it still needed more, but I had to keep it moving. I took off my blanket covers and threw them in the wash, and I'm just going over my couch and wiping it down with a wet rag that I have soaked in some Pine Allen and hot water. Every few days, I will wipe down my couch to keep it clean in between shampoos.
I'm a little bit naughty, I'm a little bit too consumed, but every part of my body is telling me to run away from you. Come a little bit closer, yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer, yeah. You're a little bit crazy. It's been days but you never change. do with it. He comes around, better knock that stuff down. Come a little bit closer. Yeah, yeah. Come a little bit closer. Yeah. To all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly, I'm too fly. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. You're a little bit selfish. You get mad every time you lose. You can't take me with you. I'm scared you're gonna blow your fuse. Come a little bit closer. Yeah, I can really start over. Yeah, in the back of my mind, there's someone waiting on me. You're just wasting my time because you're scared and lonely. Finally got some closure. Yeah, I can finally start over. Yeah. To all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly, I'm too fly. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Here's to the memories. Cheers to who used to be. Your friend said that you left me. I'm glad that's what you believe. To all my ladies who got a brother that doesn't treat them right, put your finger right in his face and tell that man bye-bye. I'm too fly, I'm too fly. Oh, bye-bye, bye-bye. U-G-L-I, that's how you spell goodbye. U-G-L-I, you'll never see me cry. U-G-L-I, that's how you spell it. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.
Yeah, just pretend you don't see me drinking that afternoon cup of joe. I needed to pick me up to push through dinner. On this night, I was making beef and broccoli. This is a family favorite and a staple in our household. It's easy to make. I will link the recipe below that I originally followed if you are set on following specific recipes, but I always tweak recipes I find. When I first started cooking when my daughter was a baby, I never strayed from a recipe because I didn't know much about food and flavors and it just scared me, and I didn't know what you could do to alter recipes. I was the person who bought everything specific to that recipe. If it had a specific canned food, I went and got that specific canned food. I did not want to try any other can. Now that I have trial and errored my way through cooking, I know that a recipe, for the most part, in my opinion, can be tweaked depending on what you're making. So most of my dinner recipes that I show on my channel are flexible if you follow the recipes that I share. You all know I add veggies whenever and wherever I can without compromising flavor, but I will link the recipe that I referenced for this dinner below. It calls for flank steak. I didn't have any flank steak. I had just bought some beef chunks that were on sale at Sam's Club, and I cut them and thinned them out like flank. I do believe that flank would taste better than the beef, but you know, you got to get whatever's on sale. The recipe calls for flank, and I'm just using beef chunks that I thinned out, and they worked out fine. I started 5 cups of water with some salt on the stovetop and added 2 cups of long grain white rice. Once it started to boil, I added a beef bouillon cube for flavoring. After thinning out the meat, I stopped halfway through thinning that meat out and was like, nah, I'm good. We can have bigger chunks. I tossed them in cornstarch while the coconut oil heated up in my skillet. This skillet is still the bee's knees, and I'll link it down below. I use it all the time, nonstop. Have never put it in the dishwasher because I want it to last, and it says not to. One of my favorite features is that it has a corner that makes it easy to pour your food out when you are done, and it keeps it from spilling everywhere. I love that. It's the best skillet I have ever owned, and I have no affiliation with the brand or company. I just enjoy it that that much. So if you're looking for a new skillet, I definitely recommend this one. I added the meat to the heated up oil and let it cook on each side for a few minutes without fully cooking it. If you're an OG around here, then you know I make sheet pan vegetables every week without fail. Whatever is on sale, I will grab and toss on a baking sheet with a variety of seasonings and coconut oil and bake it in the oven. I then put it in a large bowl for the week, and each night I take some out and heat it up with whatever dinner we're having. I added the meat to the heated up oil and let it cook on each side for a few minutes without fully cooking it. Once almost done, I removed it and added in a lot of garlic. More than what the recipe calls for. We just love garlic. I then added a bag of fresh broccoli. I personally feel like for my family, we could use 2 bags of broccoli because we love it so much. I poured beef broth over the broccoli and let it cook for a few minutes until it was a little soft. I then mixed up the sauce, which was just soy sauce and brown sugar, and poured it over the meat and broccoli and let it sit for a few minutes to thicken up. Once thick enough, I served it over white rice and it was so delicious. This is the kind of food that is better the next day. Reheated, it was so good. I felt like the rice and the broccoli and the meat was just able to sit in the sauce a little bit longer, so it's even better the next day. So give this recipe a try. Let me know down in the comments if you've tried it or if you plan on trying it and what you think. After dinner, I just needed to finish up the dishwasher The dishwasher cleaner does a really great job on getting most of the gunk without you needing to do anything. Add a little bit of apple cider vinegar and it takes it to the next level. I just like to go through once it's complete with the electric toothbrush and hit the corners that it really can't get. And I'll spray it down with vinegar mix and buff it dry. And that just gives it a good clean. I also like to go in monthly and clean out the filter. So that is all for this video, you guys. Please make sure your notification bell is turned to on because I have some videos coming out that I know you all love. When I do mobile home updates, I will be updating some doors. And I also want to show you guys my raised garden beds that I made out of recycled pallets. So please drop a comment below saying hello, and I will catch you in my next one.
I don't think twice, baby, sit tight, 'cause we